Hello, my name is Glenn Dyer, and you are watching a Dyer-Situation. Today I'm seeing Point Break, the remake of Point Break. Never saw the first Point Break. This movie appears to be something about an extreme sports dudes pulling off heists for anarchist reasons. Might be fun. This movie is confused, and I think it needs a psychiatrist. What I mean by that, once again, I never saw the original movie. I don't know if it explains this a little better, but the whole idea here is that it's a group of extreme sports dudes who are trying to complete like a set of 8 super awesome extreme sports challenges made up by this one dude, ultimate sports dude, in order to achieve nirvana. And each time they do it, they consider it a gift from nature, so they want to give back to nature by murdering people, stupid stuff. Like, at the beginning, this is baffling, like, at the beginning, there's video evidence of them, like, robbing a diamond depository area, like the place where they're sorting through the diamonds and stuff. They rob that, they take a bunch of them, and then they rain them down on top of poor people, right? Like poor people in the slums, right? Okay. And then in the next scene, and then the next one they do is that they get these huge boxes of money from this plane. I guess the plane's like transporting money, and they do a similar thing. They dump it up on a bunch of other people, a bunch of poor people for them to use. Now, here's the part that baffled me, is that when the police were discussing this, the FBI is involved in this for some reason. I think that would be the CIA's job, but the FBI, for whatever reason, is onto this case. It entirely takes place in other countries, mind you. So, ignoring the higher level ideals of the fact that doing that would probably disrupt local economies, but you could probably assume, okay, these guys, super extreme dudes who are clearly have some sort of Robin Hood shtick going on, right? Like, a 3-year-old could probably guess that part. But what baffled me is that throughout the first part of the movie, not a single FBI agent could clue in on that fact. Like, they were, like, literally said, they would dump billions of dollars on top of these people. Why would they do that? And it wasn't said sarcastically or, like, to spike an answer. It was honestly just asking that. Like, they had no clue. Why would you do that? I don't get it. Well, the problem is, I think they made it that way because the actual reason for them doing it doesn't make much sense. As I said, they considered their extreme sports challenges gifts from nature, so they want to give back to nature. But those first two, especially the money one, were giving back to people, like society. That's not really nature. The third one they do, this is the one where they actually murder people, is they get a bunch of these trucks that have gold ore in them, and people driving the trucks, and bury it in rubble. Like, they blow up part of a mountain and bury it in rubble. And this part is especially baffling, because according to their philosophy, they're giving back to nature by blowing up a mountain and killing people and burying that gold. The first 2 times, like the diamonds, you could say, oh, well, the diamonds were taken from the earth, they're giving the diamonds back to the earth. Poor people, maybe? It slightly conforms. The money one makes no sense. But, yeah, they're burying, like, the gold, or it doesn't match the other 2. It matches their philosophy a little better, but as I said, they murdered people for it, so screw them. And, jeez, so confusing. But yeah, that's the whole thing. And yeah, I might be making it sound like kind of enjoyably bad just because of, I don't know, Plan 9 from Outer Space logic or something. I don't want to give that impression. This film is mostly just kind of boring. Like, just one disconnected action-y scene after another, and pretty shallow characters. Kind of the Hobbit levels of shallow characters. In fact, there's this one moment where he's trying to find the people who are committing these crimes, and he goes to an area where there's 80-foot waves, swells in the middle of the ocean because of a storm or something, even though those waves look more like 20 feet, and they look kind of cool, but not super cool. Not like what that challenge they're supposed to be doing. It was confusing. And they go there, and a bunch of people are having a beach party, and you see a bunch of dudes, like 50 different dudes, just like trying to surf the waves. And of course I'm bored, and there's a bunch of, like, party boats and stuff in the area with a bunch of women in bikinis and all that, and I'm wondering, I wonder if there's any, like, female surfers out there. I think they'd be better at it, actually, because women usually have stronger legs. Like, that's what I was thinking. And then as soon as I thought that, oh hey, there's a lady surfer. Oh, cool. Maybe they're including them. Oh wait, she's the forced love interest. Equality! Sure, you can be as good as a man, but only if you're going to give a dude a boner. That's great. Yeah, but she's one-dimensional as well, and yeah, nobody cares about it. Not even the movie. As I said, it's mostly boring, logical and fallacies. I didn't give a crap about anybody. And, I don't know, I guess the action scenes were kind of cool. Like, at least in the theaters, it was kind of hard to tell when it was practical, when it was CGI, at least for me. But yeah, that's probably the only draw at all. I can't say I recommend this. So, yeah. And until next time, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching A Dire Situation.